Uh, what's your deal, Black Mob? Coming at y'all with another video. Today, I've been kind of needing to feel motivated. I watched a video last night, a documentary. Uh, it was on a queen pen, not a king pen, but a queen pen. And there was a woman, you know what that deal with in drugs or whatever, and she got a lot of money, became rich or whatever, basically. You know, the police and all that. But what it was her son. Years later, she was a big dealer in like the '80s. Her son in about the early '90s, so he about a good 20 something. You know what I'm saying? Older 20, he older than me. You know what I'm saying? But he said that he had made. They was talking about how paths follow, and uh, his mom had started really making money, a lot of her money and stuff, when she was like 17, 18. And he ended up touching his first million off skateboarding though, because he didn't take that path. His mama went to jail, so he ended up doing skateboarding and made a million. So it just made me wonder if my parents or genetics or anything have to do, if they have to do with my path or anybody else's path like yours or anybody else. But uh, like I think so, but I don't think all the way. Yeah, he did make a lot of money like his mom did early, but he wasn't a drug dealer though. He was a skateboarder, you know. And then I started to wonder like, uh, none of my parents is rich. You know what I'm saying? My dad died at 30, so I already kind of feel like I took a different route, than my pops did. I feel like I think like him, but I'm able to take it back and be like, just I don't know. I be thinking longevity wise, and it ended up some things end up being better in the end, But my first instinct would be like my pop. My pops was no joke, but that's not what we're here to talk about or whatever. But I just think like, what about me being rich by the time I'm 30? But then I thought about controlling your destiny, like stuff like that. I feel like it's a part of your destiny, but it depends on how you weigh it out. So what if I wanted to be rich by 25? I really plan to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So what if I'm wealthy by 30 but rich by 25? But I know in order for me to get there, I had to work for it. Now I'm putting this in terms of me because I want you to relate, but I want you to know that I think and go through things, and think about stuff that the same any other person do. Everybody think like this. Even your richest person in the world, the biggest celebrity, sometimes think like this. So that was just really what was on my mind. But I feel like I also kind of felt like this feeling where I'm older than 17 or 18, and this man that made $1 million at 17 or 18. I'm finna be 22, and I ain't even seen half a million. You know what I'm saying? And for a minute, it kind of stunned me. Then I second back and I thought, because it's like that that man's story is not my story. It's not your story. You know what I'm saying? Just because he did that at that age, don't mean that me and you can't do it either. You know what I'm saying? It's just different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? And maybe pathways and things that he went through that we haven't seen yet. And it's probably things that we've seen yet that he haven't seen yet. And the thing that got me the most was what made his mom, the queen pin, want to really like get money and all that stuff. When she was a little girl, she got evicted. When she came home, the eviction notice was on the door. She said all her toys and her dolls and all that stuff was on the grass outside. So anybody that's ever been evicted, you know what I'm saying? I've sadly had the experience before. So you see how the relation can, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing, but I'm pretty sure it's happened to people before. It happened to me when I was younger, as a young kid, same situation. So it's like, am I going to be a kingpin? No, but could it be a part of my destiny to be a millionaire? It could be if I chase it and if I go after it, and if I really feel like I can achieve it. Um, I dream big, and I'm pretty sure you do too. But I want you to think about today after you watch this video. The dreams that you dream, you can dream big, but the bigger the dream is, the harder it's gonna be to achieve. The more stuff you're gonna go through, the more heartbreak, the more patience you gotta have, because it's gonna take a little bit more longer. It's just, it, it's hard, you know. And I don't mean to say it's hard to put pressure on nobody, because I really don't think it's hard. I just think the mental aspect of it, you gotta have a good mental, you know. And I try to work on my mental. I think you should too, because the mental, the brain is a powerful thing. I try to learn stuff outside of what I'm used to knowing, you know. I try to do stuff outside of what I'm used to doing, you know. Getting out of the comfort zone, you know, being different. But don't think just because you went to the grocery store today or you went out with a group of friends today that that's getting out your comfort zone. Getting out your comfort zone, like something that you really want to do. Read a book. You know, I read a book. I need to pick up another one. You guys will surely know when I do that. Not even just read a book. You know, just doing stuff out of the norm. I feel that you know is right and that you know is good for you that you usually don't do. You know, jogging, getting up and jogging for like an hour, but not just doing it one time. Reading a book for a whole 2 months or however long it take you to read the whole book or at least half of the book. Instead of running for a day, running for 2 weeks, 2 weeks out of every month, run, you know, and do that consistently for like 3 months. I feel like that's when you get a good outcome, you know. But it's easy to talk about this stuff. It's very hard to be about it. Even some of the things that I try to push myself to do, sometimes I can be a little lax on it, you know. But at the same time, I feel like uh, everything not acceptable. But if you have a goal, sometimes you can have multiple goals. Like me, I got multiple goals and milestones that I'm trying to do. So focusing on more than one goal. You know, some people might say do it, some people might say not do it. I say the brain is powerful and it's meant to do what you want it to do. You know, multitasking. People tell you, oh, you can't multitask, I can't multitask. You only can do what you say you can and can't do. So, you know, having sometimes I have multiple ideas and I just got to get them out. I might go to a family member, go to a friend, and just, hey, what you think about this? And it might be something I never do. It might be something that I might do. But just because it was a thought, I got to get it out and just see what's the reaction on it. You know, like I said, I believe in one of my other videos. You know what I'm saying? It's good to ask somebody about what you're thinking, but if they tell you, oh no, I don't think you should do that, but in your heart you feel like you should do it, then do it if it's a good thing, if it's a good cause, if it's going for something better, you know what I'm saying? If it's taking a risk, taking a chance, you know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like I want to be great, man. And if you're watching this video, obviously you want to be great too. You know, I know I ain't got